going over the top team captains in order from worst to best, in my opinion, on what you should take at the beginning of Madden 23. And I want to start by prefacing, I don't think any of these are necessarily a bad pickup. It's just like, especially at the beginning of the game, a card like Larry Zonka, like a fullback, I don't really think is near a necessity. I get later on, if you just want an overall and a better player that you don't have for your theme team, if that's, something that you like to do, then I understand later on. But right now I feel like you just want to get the best cards at important positions. So starting off, that's why we have Larry Zonka at 4th. You go and look at his 88. He has an 82 speed with an 83 run block, 87 carry. He'll be nice for like 4th and 1, 4th and short. Or if you're, at the goal line. It's not a bad card. It's definitely not. But like fullbacks just don't get that much use. I feel like it's more worth it later on when you just need the overall or an extra team player. So yeah, starting off, that's why Larry Zonka is my number 4. I think that's probably going to be how it is for a lot of people, at least to start the year. Now, number 3 was pretty difficult for me. It was definitely between two guys, and I ended up making it Keyshawn Johnson. Now, the reasoning behind this is Keyshawn's card is good. Let's go ahead and go to the 88, but 85 speed, he's 6'4", right? He's 6'4". 85 speed, 85 deep route running, 87 short, 87 mid, 87 catch. Great stats all around. The reasoning I have is just, there's a lot of receivers out there, and I don't want to be, jam-packed into having to pick or having to keep a guy that, I maybe don't want this player and I'd rather have somebody else. I understand 6'4" is great. If you pick him, I have no problem with that at all. My reasoning behind putting Keyshawn at number 3 is really just because there's a new receiver that comes out every single day. Especially at the beginning of the game, somebody new that you like comes out every single day, it feels like. And I'm already, locked in with Tyquan Thornton, the rookie premier card. Jalen Waddle will probably be my wide receiver 4. I'm positive there's at least 2 more guys that I can't think of at the top of my head right now. But he's not a bad pick. It's just, I feel like there's just so many options there that are really good that I could use someone else that has, more of a skill set that a lot of other cards don't have. But moving on to the next guy, Eric Allen. Now, it was between Eric Allen and Keyshawn for 3. I think it was very close. I just feel like there's less really good corners that are going to be easier to obtain than there are receivers. Eric Allen is 5'10", so I almost gave Keyshawn the second spot because 6'4" is like a big upside and 5'10" is like a downside. But I gave it to Eric because, 86 speed is really up there with the best receivers. The highest speed is Tyreek Hill that we know of right now, and that's an 87. So he's right there with them. And he has an 87 man, an 85 zone, and an 86 press. That is a lockdown corner at the beginning of the game. It sucks he's 5'10", but that's besides the point of this card is just great. Now, this also goes with my reasoning for Keyshawn of why he, may not be at the top of my list, because it's so interchangeable with corners that they get a card like every day, it feels like. Like, I already know that I want, who is the headliner? L'Jarius Sneed. I want him bad. I'm getting Kaiir Elam. That's 2 corners out of the 3 right there. I'd love to have Ramsey, but, I don't think I'm going to be able to get Ramsey and L'Jarius, at least, like, at the very beginning. But still, that's 2 out of 3. And then there's also a 82 headliner with an 87 speed, Caleb Farley. So that's just another guy that may possibly be like my CB4 or maybe a CB3 for a little while. So that is why Eric Allen is my second, sorry. Moving on to my 1, it's a defensive tackle. Now the reason why, this card is really crazy. He's 350 pounds. At least that's what he's listed at on Google, so he'll be probably around 350. 78 speed. 78 speed at 350 pounds. He's 2 speeds slower than Josh Allen as 350 pounds. Let's not forget, he has an 87 block shed and an 88 power move and an 88 strength. This man is going to be Vita Vea-esque, Vince Wilfork-esque. He's going to be a monster in the run game. And there's really not anyone that I can think of that is comparable to that at the beginning of the game besides those players. Vince will not be in the game at the beginning unless he's, the first week legend. And, Vita Vea is probably I can't remember his overall. It's probably like an 84 or something. It's not going to be nearly as good as this. This card is monstrous in my opinion. That is why I think he deserves the top spot. None of them are bad. I don't think you could go wrong with any card. Maybe at the beginning of the game, Larry Zanka is not a really good pick. But, everyone has their reasoning. I just think Sam Adams, by far and away, checks the most boxes of, how do I put this? He checks, the most boxes of things that other cards do not have to start the game. You can get a tall receiver that has some speed and some good route running. You can get a corner that's locked down. I mean, look at Ramsey, look at L'Jarius Sneed. They're out there. Sam Adams is 350 pounds with a 78 speed at DT with 87 plus block shed and power move and strength. That is just insane to me. So yeah, I mean, with that being said, that's my list. We go from Zanka at 4. Number 3 is Keyshawn. And number 2 is Eric Allen. I think they're interchangeable. One could be 2, one could be 3. It just matters what you like and what you already have on your team. But for number 1, I think by far and away, Sam Adams takes the cake for this one. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. Also, follow me on Twitter at PickSwans. Like the video if you liked the video. And I would also appreciate if you subscribed. But with that being said, that's it. See you guys on the next one. Peace.